My first boyfriend was in junior high, and his name was, I shouldn't say name actually, it was in junior high. Hey Teen Vogue, I'm Nina, and today we're gonna be playing a game of firsts. My first memory is of Halloween. I don't remember what age I was, but I was very little, and I don't know if I actually remember it or if I just am remembering details from a photo, because there's a photo of me on my dad's shoulders and I was half dog, half something else, and I had little pigtails and face paint. The first job I had wasn't a paid job. I feel like it was child labor that my brother bestowed upon me. He got a paper route job where they would deliver a bunch of newspapers and then you'd have to roll them the night before, and then at 5 a.m. you'd have to deliver them from door to door. And so my brother would make me roll the newspapers the night before, and then he would get up and deliver them, but I never saw a penny from any of my work there. I remember the first time I skipped school to watch a movie on the opening day, and it was for Lord of the Rings. I read all the books. Me and my friend tried to learn Elvish. We succeeded. I've forgotten everything since, so don't even ask me. I don't know that I can remember the first time I saw the ocean, because I feel like I am a fish and I'm always in the ocean now. Probably in Bulgaria at the Black Sea when I was little. That would have been the first time I was in the ocean. I remember seeing photos, and that always jogs my memory. I didn't like wearing bathing suits. I was always naked in all the photos. First love was in high school. We dated for a year. My first heartbreak was the same person, my high school sweetheart, but we remained friends and we actually went to prom together. First award that I got was a Teen Choice Award for Vampire Diaries. I have never been more excited getting that surfboard and being on stage. Also, I've never been more nervous being on stage. That's not true. Every time I go on stage, I'm nervous. My first kiss was by the lockers. His friends had dared him to go up to me and kiss me on the cheek, so I had my back turned towards him, and he tapped me on the shoulder and he went to go kiss my cheek, but I turned right in the moment, and then we kissed on the lips, and it was an accident, so it wasn't very romantic, but it was cute. The first time somebody recognized me in public was when I was on Degrassi. I was out with a couple of the other cast members, and somebody screamed at me and said, "Oh my God, you're the girl with the baby!" And I said, "Yeah." My first audition was for Degrassi. I had to do a cheerleading routine. First existential crisis. I don't remember when they first started. It's been too long, and that's okay. My first crush was Brad Pitt in Fight Club, I think, or anything Brad Pitt has ever done. First car accident I got into was in the winter in Toronto with my parents' car. I just borrowed it for like 20 minutes, and I got into a fender bender, and it was definitely my fault. I hit the other person, and I was mortified. I thought it was the end of the world, and I've learned now that nothing is ever the end of the world. It's just a moment, and it too shall pass. First time I remember defending a friend in elementary school. Somebody was getting picked on, and I yelled at the other girl for being rude, and then I ended up, I think, getting suspended probably. I got in big trouble. My first CD, I feel like it might have been Spice Girls. Yeah, it was definitely Spice Girls. My first concert was 30 Seconds to Mars. I was a big Jared Leto fan. My first roommate was, actually I had 3 roommates. We lived in Toronto. It was when I went to college. We rented a house, and each one of us had a floor. I lived in the basement. And it was sketchy. The first car I got, because my parents would not buy me a car, was an Audi after I got Vampire Diaries. I leased it. I didn't buy it. I'm not that fancy. That's it. Those are my firsts. I hope you enjoyed it. See you next time, Teen Vogue.